Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freeport Area Athletic Stadium for this Class 3A Allegheny 7 conference matchup between the East Allegheny Wildcats and the Freeport Yellowjackets here on the High Top Sports Network. I'm Adam Morganti, and joining me tonight is my partner Brandon Trevengoss. And it's homecoming, and we were told that homecoming festivities will start around 6:40, so we will be done with our little pregame show before we figured we'd come on the air and break down this matchup a little bit. Coming into today, Freeport is 2-3 overall with a 1-0 conference record, and East Allegheny is 2-4 overall with a 1-2 conference record. Freeport currently sits at third in Allegheny 7 conference. East Allegheny is in that final playoff spot currently at fourth place, but still a lot to be determined with these conference games. Now, I'll welcome in my partner Brandon. Last week, Freeport had a dominant showing at Valley as they defeated Vikings 33-6. What was some of the stuff you saw in that matchup?
Well, I was there, and it was not as different as the scoreboard has seen. It was a very good game, very close until the third quarter. In the first half, Freeport was having a lot of issues with penalties. They had 3 or 4 touchdowns blocked back from penalties. And that's something at halftime they went into the locker room, their coach talked to them. In the second half, they only had 1 penalty, I believe, and they cleaned it up, and we saw it happen. A couple of good defensive touchdowns, and just ran away with it, getting their 1-0 start in the conference, which is exactly what you want to see. They had, you said, the record overall did not sound great. They had a tough schedule. A lot of those are against the bigger schools, and whenever they came back, they were prepared for the next.
Yeah, and the 2 defensive touchdowns were a 47-yard interception return for a touchdown by Zach Clark, and the other one was a 48-yard interception return for a touchdown by Vinnie Clark for Freeport. And you mentioned that dominant defense. They had 6 sacks last week, 5 turnovers, and 11 tackles for loss overall. And these 2 teams, they were supposed to play last year in Allegheny 7 conference matchup, but that game got canceled due to COVID concerns. I believe it was with Freeport. They had 2 consecutive games canceled because of that. So this is the first matchup meeting between East Allegheny and Freeport since 2013, where Freeport won, or not Freeport. East Allegheny won that matchup 38-14, and last time Freeport won was in 2012. They defeated East Allegheny 36-20. Last week, East Allegheny comes off a low-scoring affair as they lost to Deer Lakes 9-7. Deer Lakes is now 3-0 in the conference. And interesting thing, so Ben Lane was the starting quarterback last week, right, Brandon?
Yes.
So he was the starting quarterback last week, and head coach for Freeport, John Gale, he told me that it would be a game-time decision between Garrett King and Ben Lane at the starting quarterback. So we don't know yet. We won't know until we see which quarterback takes the field. So other than the dominant defense, what else does Freeport bring to this matchup?
Yeah, it's very interesting you bring up the quarterbacks. It's last week that Lane started, but once they got down to the 2 minutes warning, I think they all know that's not in high school really, but they put it on the game. We had really great. They ended up figuring, okay, I think I have a quarter nice game, and actually almost go points on the board. The player you mentioned earlier, that dude is all over the field. That's an excellent job. He had perception, he had a return, 1 touchdown. I said he got brought back. He had a return for a touchdown, got brought back. And back. We'll see if they figure that out over the week. But I think one thing we'll see with this team is a very diverse offense. Ben Lane, very speedy. If he can turn he'll make a 10-yard run, work with a lot of work, but he's also making the defense do a lot of work and tiring.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Ben Lane, if he's not going to be a starting quarterback tonight, look at him either line up at running back, line up a wide receiver. He does have a rushing touchdown this season. He's actually Freeport's leading rusher as well. Now for East Allegheny, I mentioned they're fourth right now in the standings in the top 4 teams in Allegheny 7. Do make the playoffs. East Allegheny 1-2, Freeport 1-0 in conference play. East Allegheny is seeking its 6th consecutive playoff appearance, and I know this is Freeport's only second conference game, but all these conference games when already East Allegheny is 1-2, kind of all on that bubble of a playoff. So this is an important game between both teams for playoff positioning.
Yeah. Anytime that you're in the conference, those are the important games for the playoffs. Like I said, Freeport overall record doesn't look great, but in the conference you see the 1-0, and that is what you want to look at.
So coming into this matchup, what are some things you see that East Allegheny brings to the table?
Pleasure watching their games. I can tell you, against Freeport, they want to slow them down. They want to play a physical game as they can. In particular, fill the holes. Because Freeport has a lot of speed, they bring a lot of motion free play, and they can find the smallest of small holes.
Absolutely, and we're about done with our mini and pregame show. Let's hear from one of our sponsors, Sprankles Neighborhood Market, the official school sponsor of Freeport football, as you see on your screen. Sprankles Neighborhood Market, located at 270 West Water Street in Saxonburg, has been making quality meat a family tradition since 1999. Sprankles takes pride in delivering the best prices around while providing the best overall value for their customers by offering the widest range of items, the highest quality and freshness, the most organized and cleanest shopping environment, and the friendliest associates. Make sure to visit www.sprankles.com. And remember to always check out Sprankles' Facebook page to #SaveOnMeat. We'll take a quick break here, and after the break, we will have homecoming here from Freeport Area Athletics Stadium as you're listening to WPIAL Football on the High Top Sports Network.
Douglas Insurance Services, located in Sarver next to Freeport High School, is an independent insurance agency, which means they've made available some of their best companies for your online quick quotes. Douglas Insurance Services offers personal insurance coverages to their clients in Pennsylvania, including individual annuities, boat and watercraft, auto, condo, and flood insurance. Call them today at 1-800-722-9990. Douglas Insurance Services, a proud sponsor of Freeport Athletics.
We're back here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium as homecoming festivities will just get underway here, so we will stop talking and we will give it up for you here, Freeport PA announcer Pete Shell, as we will get started here with homecoming festivities shortly.
Good evening and welcome to the Freeport area Stadium for tonight's home for the game against the Allegheny. At this time, there are going to be 6 remarkable female students who have been nominated by their senior class to represent Freeport tonight for homecoming. Please give me your attention as I now launch out with 6 young ladies. Sydney Alter, as supported by Ian Stretton. Cindy, the daughter of Don and George Alter, and escorted by Ian Stretton, the son of Karen and Eric Stretton. Cindy is involved in the Key Club, ASL Club, GSA Club, along with the following production. Outside of school, Cindy studies voice with Ian Ferguson. Cindy enjoys art, writing, reading, and spending time with her friends and family. Through high school, Cindy has made some incredible memories that she will never forget. Cindy's future plans are to attend a 4-year university with a major in behavioral psychology and a minor in criminology. Ladies and gentlemen, Sydney Alter. Emma Check, the daughter of Heather and Rusty Check, is being escorted by Will Charleston, son of Christian. Is involved in multiple school activities, ski club, key club. She's a member of the National Honor Society and a student council, where she has served as her press secretary and executive board treasurer throughout high school. So host, and is a proud 4-year member of the girls soccer team and track team. In her free time, Emma enjoys playing for her club team, Greenwood Soccer Club. Emma's future plans include attending a 4-year university with a major in pharmacy. Throughout high school, Emma has created unforgettable memories with her friends and teammates, along with challenging herself academically. Emma would like to congratulate all the intelligent, talented young women she is sharing the field with tonight. Emma is very thankful for this experience and to have been nominated by her classmates. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Check. So, the daughter of and the son of Sylvia and the Woods. Ellen is escorted by Michael Howard, son of Michael and Melissa Howard. Involved in activities include being president of the Executive Student Council, captain of the varsity cheerleading squad, member of the National Honor Society and Key Club. Some of Ellen's greatest high school memories come from her involvement in the Freeport High School musicals. She played Serena in Liberty Lawn, Lorraine in 42nd Street, and Lucy in 13 musical, as well as being a student choreographer. Ellis spent a great deal of her time making cupcakes for her small business, Simply Sweet. Ellis' future plans include attending a 4-year university and major in psychology. Ellis is celebrating being her senior year cheering in football games, representing the senior class, and is so excited to make more memories at Freeport High School with her friends, classmates, and teachers. Ella wants to say thank you to her peers for nominating her, and is so honored to be on homecoming court with such great girls. Go Jackets, ladies and gentlemen, All right, sir. The address. The address, and especially the living address, is being escorted by Carson Wheeler, the son of Magenta and Bruce Wheeler, and Wheeler Wheeler. He is involved in many high school activities. She participates in Key Club, Ski Club, and as varsity cheerleading, and is a proud member of the National Honor Society. He has also performed in previous Freeport High School musicals, including Whitley Bond and 42nd Street. From high school, he has made countless friendships, connections with the teachers, and many unforgettable memories. Her future plans include going to deciding college and studying psychology. He is extremely honored to be nominated for the 2021 Homecoming Tour. I would like to thank her peers for giving her this extremely memorable experience. She can't think of a more smart, kind, and beautiful group of women to be on the homecoming court with. I'd like to wish all the other women in there for good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Dress. Elsie Lindsay. It's an existing Lindsay, and sister of Anne, Calvin and Marion Lindsay, is being escorted by one of the Wildcats, who was the son of Keith and Heather Bell. School, Elsie made many amazing memories alongside her peers. She participates in the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, Pittsburgh Regional Science Fair, DECA, and Yearbook Club. She is one of the captains of the varsity cross country team, Key Club editor, and world president of the Continental Club. She was a part of the band for 7 years and is currently one of the announcers for that halftime show. Outside of school, Elsie volunteers for the Audubon Society of Western Pennsylvania and works as a barista at 1833 Coffee and Tea Company. After high school, also plans to attend a 4-year college and major in environmental studies and sustainability to pursue her love of science. She is extremely grateful to be sharing this experience with all the kind, passionate, and inspiring girls on the court. Ladies and gentlemen, Elsie Lindsay. Julia Reed Waldron. Walton is being escorted by Richard Swatter, son of John and Elsie Swatter. Julia is involved in many activities, such as being a member of the varsity cheerleading squad, Ski Club, National Honor Society, Student Council, choir, and taking part in the spring musicals. Julia also has a part-time job, working at Eden Park in the Pittsburgh Hills as a hostess for 3 years now. In her free time, she enjoys drawing, cooking, and spending time with her friends and family. For the past 4 years, Julia has formed many strong friendships and bonds with her classmates and teachers that she will never forget. After high school, Julia plans to attend a 4-year graduate university with a major in astronomy and natural physics. Her dreams were aligned with her. She is honored to be a part of the 2021 Homecoming Tour and to share this experience tonight with such intelligent and ambitious young women. Finally, Julia would like to thank the senior class for nominating her and congratulate the 5 previous candidates on their successes up to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Waldron. And please welcome last year's homecoming queen, Madison Beard. Is being escorted by Peyton McCurdy, daughter of Morgan McCurdy. This time, Sammy Morgan and Nicholas McCurdy. Peyton is 5 years old. She is one older than Hunter, who is 10 years old. As of today, she will have a evaluated by the zoo. Check out her favorite show, Secrets of the Zoo. Conrad is 4 years old and attends preschool in Angel Heights. He has a little sister named Scarlett. Conrad enjoys playing t-ball and doing work escape the Roman complex. He loves construction vehicles, dinosaurs, and superheroes. Conrad wants to be a doctor in the new Please give a round of applause for this year's Dr. And now it's an honor for me to be presented as this year's homecoming queen for 2021-22 school year. This year's queen, voted by the entire student body is. I know.
Would probably go 1, 2, but he's probably.
Congratulations, Elsie. How about another round of applause?
So yeah, you're gonna get stuck with one way or another.
Just finishing up a 100% outside renovation project at the Botanic Store. Don't miss out. Come and see us. Check out our Pennsylvania skill game room. We have the newest machines, the newest games. We have 5 machines. We're about to add a 6th machine. $10,000 jackpots on all 6 machines. Don't miss out on a chance to win. We have the lowest possible prices and the best quality of anybody in the area. We'll take it up against anybody in the area. We put our stamp of approval, hashtag Sable Meat, on every single package, and we're here to serve you every single day. We also have chef-prepared, chef-quality prepared sushi, everyday fresh, and Sushi Wednesday, $5 sushi rolls, and you can win by liking and sharing our favorite page, Sushi Madness shirt. Don't forget to check out our millions of bakery deli products that we're making fresh every day. Appreciate all the support out there. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
We're back here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium as you're watching WPIAL football here on the High Top Sports Network. I'm Adam Morganti. Joining me is Brandon Trengloss. If you missed it, congratulations to the homecoming queen, Elsie Lindsay, as now we'll take another pause for the national anthem and the alma mater. All right, that was the national anthem in the alma mater you just heard. It kind of snuck it in there, but I will say it again. If you're just joining us here on the High Top Sports Network, congratulations to the homecoming queen, LC Lindsay, as we are a couple minutes away from Allegheny 7 conference action between the East Allegheny Wildcats and the Freeport Yellowjackets. Once again, Freeport comes into this game 2-3 overall with a 1-0 conference record. East Allegheny has a 2-4 overall record with a 1-2 record in conference play. Freeport's lone conference win came last week against Valley, 33-6. East Allegheny, they beat Ball 30-20, and they lost to North Catholic 31-14, and they lost to Deer Lakes last week 9-7. Again, both these teams, the first matchup since 2013, as they were supposed to play last year, but the game got canceled due to COVID protocols. Before we get started, let's hear from one more of our sponsors here for the High Top Sports Network. Douglas Insurance, the official halftime sponsor of Freeport football. Douglas Insurance Services, located in Sarver next to Freeport High School, is an independent insurance agency, which means they have made available some of their best companies for your online quick quotes. Douglas Insurance Services offers personal insurance coverages to their clients in Pennsylvania, including individual annuities, boat and watercraft, auto insurance, condo insurance, and flood insurance. Call them today at 1-800-722-9990. Douglas Insurance Services, a proud sponsor of Freeport Athletics. The officials for tonight's game, the head official is Ronald Johns, the line judge is Greg Halbert, the side judge is Jake Field, the back judge is Victor Johns, the linesman is Barry Vashhinder, and the umpire is Mike Vashhinder. So the officials for tonight's game, you mentioned the penalties were a little bit of an issue in that game last week, Brandon. Freeport had 8 penalties in that game for 95 yards.
Some of them were in person. And I don't know what kind of halftime speech they got, but they cleaned it up after that. They looked really good. We'll just see if they're able to come out with the same discipline in the second half.
Yeah, that's one thing with head coach John Garrett. This isn't his first rodeo coaching. This is his 14th year coaching the Freeport Yellowjackets. He's the longest tenured head coach in the AK Valley. So he definitely has the experience to where he sees something he doesn't like at halftime. Freeport usually does a good job of coming out and correcting those mistakes in the second half. Head coach for East Allegheny, John DePore, he's in his 9th season. DePore has a record of 45-39 as East Allegheny head coach. John Gale has a record of 77-54. East Allegheny just took the field here. We're waiting the arrival of the Freeport Yellowjackets. Once again, East Allegheny won the last matchup between these two teams in 2013, 38-14. Freeport won a game in 2012, 36-20, and Freeport had 406 yards rushing in that game. Here come the Yellowjackets. In those brand new sharp gray uniforms with the gold numbers and the navy blue pants with the gold trim and the white helmets. There is a story about those jerseys, how they got those jerseys with you. We will try to bring that up throughout the broadcast. East Allegheny in their traveling white jerseys with their gold pants, blue trim on the pants, and blue and gold trim on the shoulders with blue helmets. In the student section, white out here, or not a white out, a pink out here in the student section, released some pink powder as they came out to the field.
So LeBron James style, you know?
Oh yeah, when I was a student at Freeport, we once did a whiteout where we had white baby powder we threw it after they scored a touchdown, and that was not a good idea because it was kind of hard to get through all that baby powder.
We had somebody last week right in front of the broadcast booth, right in front of our window. Throw baby powder right up, and we had to more or less repel it as we went.
Both Freeport and East Allegheny getting ready to meet at midfield for the coin toss. Captains for Freeport are Ben Lane, Cole Charlton, Garrett King, and Bear Freeman. Captains for East Allegheny are Mackay Manor, Mackay Mitchell, Mike Smith. Trying to see the last one there for you. This is East Allegheny's first time at the brand new Freeport Athletic Stadium, as this stadium opened up in 2016. So East Allegheny defers the option for the second half. It means Freeport will receive the opening kickoff. So we will find out right off the bat what head coach John Gale has decided to do to start Garrett King or Ben Lane at quarterback. Prashawn Gainer is the other captain for East Allegheny, Robert Washington. Freeport will receive, they will go from left to right. So we're just getting ready for Allegheny 7 conference action here on the High Top Sports Network. A few minutes late here getting started. A good full night for football. Right now it's 69 degrees. A chance of rain, last I checked the radar, about around 8 o'clock. Not sure if that has changed or not. So we might be seeing rain throughout this game. Matt Arminio will be the kicker for East Allegheny. Getting ready to put the ball on the tee. As it looks like we should be cleared of rain, about 40% chance at 9 o'clock, so it should be fairly rain-free for tonight's contact. Ben Lane, Vinny Clark, and Parker Lucas are back deep for the Yellowjackets at about their own 10-yard line. Here's a run by Armenia. We're underway. It's a square kick, and it will be taken on the hop at the 15 by Ben Lane, who's up past the 30. He has the hole. Up past Freeport Solid, cuts it up the middle. So great return. Freeport's going to have great field position. Looks like they'll mark them at about the 48-yard line. A good return by Ben Lane, who has a kickoff return for a touchdown so far. Really first and 10, Freeport, ball up around 48-yard line. So call it the 49-yard line. As looks like the quarterback is Ben Lane, as he got the start last week. He'll get the start once again for Freeport. He's in the gun. Foster Stuyvesant in good motion. He hits it. Stuyvesant and goes towards the far side of the field as he breaks a tackle, but he's probably going to lose a yard or so on the play. As we wait and see where they mark the ball. Looks like it'll be back at the 47, loss of 2, second down and 12. We'll Freeport at their own 47-yard line. Lane in the gun. Now he's back to throw. Now he rolls out. Stems the play. Now he throws over the middle. Is intercepted. Overhead of Stuyvesant. Making that interception for East Allegheny, Mike Smith. As the pass was just too high for Stuyvesant. Second play of the game. East Allegheny comes away with a turnover.
They have them well covered there.
Ball now out to Freeport. 35-yard line after the Mike Smith interception. He's also the quarterback for the East Allegheny Wildcats. A season gunner. Now fakes a toss now. A screen pass. And that's going to be intercepted. Off the helmet of Mackay Manor. Making the interception for Freeport, Andrew Sullivan. It's pretty much right place, right time. He's like, hey, look what I've found. So just as Freeport has an interception, East Allegheny gives the ball right back to Freeport. Took a fortuitous bounce for the Yellowjackets. First and 10 for Freeport at their own 37-yard line.
East Allegheny looking for a screen pass there. God was not ready for it.
Lane back out there after the interception thrown. Now he gives it up the middle, up past the 40-yard line to Shane Jack. Took about 4 yards on the play, make it second down and 6 at the 41-yard line. It's on the way to North Score, 10:44 remaining here. In the first quarter, 2 drops for each team and 2 interceptions. Ben Lane with an interception to Smith, and Smith with an interception to Sullivan. As we have a whistle. Not sure if there's a flag on the field. I don't see a flag.
There's a flag off to the right of your screen.
Oh, okay. Good call. Will be penalty against East Allegheny. And I'll move it up to the 47-yard line, about a yard short of the first down. So make it a second and 1. Freeport's own 47-yard line. Jack to the right of Lane, and Lane to the option. He takes the pitch. He has nowhere to go. He just throws it into the Freeport sideline to avoid the sack, as there's multiple East Allegheny defenders in on the play. Michael Cahill, one of them, providing pressure to Ben Lane to bring up a third one with 10-11 to go here in the opening quarter. Third and 1 for the Yellowjackets. They go 4 wide once again. Jack to the right of Lane. And the give is to Jack, and he will not have the first down. Great stand by the Wildcats defense. Robert Washington was in on the stop. Celebrated the 4th and 1 at the 49-yard line of Freeport. Decision time for Coach John Gaylott, as he's going to leave the offense out there. Fourth down and 1. Once again in the gun, they go 4 wide. Jack the running back. Stevenson the motion man. As Ben Lane will call a timeout. Freeport's first of the half. They got 2 remaining. 9:22 remaining in the third quarter. No score once again on Freeport's second play of the game. Ben Lane threw an interception to Mike Smith. And Mike Smith goes, I'll be generous. I'll give it right back to you guys. He threw an interception on East Allegheny's second play of the game to Andrew Sullivan. Really, it was an unlucky bounce off the helmet of Mackay Manor. But nonetheless, Sullivan was just there, right place, right time, and he made an excellent diving catch on that interception. Yeah, punter, Vinnie Clark. For Freeport. Tayshawn Gaynor back deep for the Wildcats. High kick, a lot of airtime. Will take a East Allegheny bounce at the 30-yard line. And Cole Charlton will down it at the East Allegheny 39-yard line. And that's where East Allegheny will take over, as Smith will look to avenge his interception he threw to Andrew Sullivan. As Smith is in the gun. Now Smith makes a shovel option to Gaynor on a carry. He'll be brought down at the 46-yard line. We gain a 7 on the play to make it 2nd down and 3 for East Allegheny. Smith will be in the shotgun once again. Ball at the 45. Now the give is to Cameron Marshall. He's going to be brought down in the backfield by multiple Yellowjackets. Parker Lucas in on the play, along with Aiden Lindsay, to bring up a loss of 5 yards on the play. Ball back at the 30-yard line of East Allegheny. Make it a 3rd down and 9. No first downs yet in this game. 7:57 remaining in the first quarter. Smith in the gun, they go 4 wide. Now we have a timeout taken by East Allegheny. It'll be their first time out of the game. They have 2 more remaining here in the half. He's got really so far early on, Brand, it seems really a defensive battle.
You see that, I mean, it looks like those teams did their homework and they're doing the falls. I told them, bring what you promised balls and small those. That very well, bring off pick it up. The second one also couldn't pick it up. So I'm going to watch such a one. Second play, long read on the quarterback, handed it off, but get ready. Like you said, it's on the lineman, not even in the backfield.
Yeah, third down and 9. Freeport had a third and 1. They weren't able to convert on its last drive. But for East Allegheny, opposite, third down and long. For the Wildcats. As East Allegheny will go 4 wide at their 40-yard line. Snips now, back to throw, throws over the middle, had a man wide open. But he overthrew his man, that's Michael Cahill. Had an easy touchdown if that ball was accurate. But East Allegheny will go 3 and out, bring up a 4th down and 9.
People are right on the coverage.
Cahill, guy and 10 receiver, will be punting. Back deep for Freeport is Ben Lane at his own 30-yard line. Good punt as Lane has to back up and he'll let it bounce inside the 25 and it'll go out at the 14-yard line. That's where Freeport will take over with 7:33 left in the first quarter. No first downs yet for either team in this game. Ben Lane threw an interception to Mike Smith on the opening drive, and Freeport went 3 and out, couldn't convert on a 3rd and 1. Lane remains the quarterback with Jack the running back for Freeport. Now Lane back to throw, third to the sideline, that is complete. He has his man, Cole Charlton, up past the 20-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd and 2, 8-yard gain on the play. Good first down play there for Freeport. So break and huddle. Or 2nd and 2. I don't know why I put 2nd and 8 on the screen. Ball at the 22-yard line. Lane now has a quick swing pass. That'll be a first down. Stevenson was the one that came up with it for Freeport. Not only first down for Freeport, but the first down of this game, 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
Stevenson must have a few kicks. Last week he had an amazing one-handed catch. That is a fast incoming screen pass. And one hand he brings in, touches it on one motion.
Ball now at the 29-yard line of Freeport. Clark the motion man. Handoff is to Jack up the middle. See if he will get past the 30. Forward progress will mark him down at the 32-yard line. They'll bring up, gain of 3 yards, bring up a 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 32-yard line. 6:15 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. As both offenses haven't been able to get much yards early on in this game. Right now, a quick pass that is caught by Simonson. Makes a man miss. He puts his head down. As he would be a couple yards short called a first down. Nobody else actually did anything on the reception. Ball at the 38, bring up another 3rd and 1. As last time Freeport was faced with a 3rd and 1, they could not convert. So they go trips to the near side of the field. Now we have another swing pass. And that is complete for the first down and much more. Up past East Allegheny territory in the 45-yard line. That is Brady Stevenson. He had that other first down reception. He makes another one there. 1st and 10 for Freeport. Ball now at the East Allegheny 43-yard line. So you go 4 wide, Lane. He pumps. Now he goes deep downfield. That is incomplete. Flag down on the play side. It's from the intended receiver. Looks like he played the role of quarterback there as he was trying to prevent the interception. Coach Sean Gaynor in on coverage for East Allegheny. Pass interference against Freeport. And that'll back them up to the other side of the field. I guess the good news is it's still first down. The ball's now at the 47-yard line of Freeport. They get a first down and 25. Now Lane, he steps up. He's going to keep it himself. He has to room up past midfield. He'll be brought down at the 46-yard line of East Allegheny by Robert Washington, the 6'2", 230-pound senior, and make it a 2nd down and 14. No score here in the first quarter. 4:26 remaining in the opening quarter of homecoming between Freeport and East Allegheny in this Allegheny 7 conference matchup. Jack to the right of Lane. Lane back to throw. Throws to the sideline. That is way outside into the Freeport bench. Cole Charlton, the intended receiver. Bring down the 3rd down and 14. Ball at the East Allegheny 46-yard line. As Lane, he's been airing out quite a bit on this drive. Not really many runs attempted at all. As Freeport goes 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Lane back to throw. He has time. He scampers out of the pocket. Looks downfield as he just throws it near sideline. Caleb Mills, the 5'10 junior, provided pressure. There is a flag on the play. Could be intentional grounding, could be roughing the passer, as it really wasn't. Yep, roughing the intentional grounding against Freeport. Maybe 4th down as, yeah, that ball really didn't make the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, as the ref, Ronald Johns made the call, and I was confused with both the roughing the passer and intentional grounding is the same signal. Gator gets it, or it's actually Smith receives the punt for East Allegheny, but he's not going to get much of anywhere, so he's going to be brought down about the 22-yard line. As East Allegheny will take the field once again on offense without a first down. No score, 3:45 remaining in the opening quarter. As East Allegheny went 3 and out on its last drive. Is now Smith. Says something to his receiver, Raekwon Fulmore. Now Smith back to throw. The pass is complete to Fulmore. He makes a man miss. He makes another juke move. He's up in Freeport territory, up past 35, 30. He's brought down by a horsepower tackle by Vinnie Clark at about the 28-yard line. That's a big play East Allegheny needed for its first down. There's actually two flags, a holding penalty against East Allegheny. As you think with 2 penalties, it would just be offsetting, but negates a big game for East Allegheny. So face mask and holding penalties were offset. Replay, first down. So all that for nothing, Brandon. All that running for nothing. You'll still be at the 22-yard line of East Allegheny with 3:33 remaining here in the opening quarter.
It's a shame because he made a few minutes as a perfect run, just for nothing, like I said.
It's actually what's been another penalty against East Allegheny. They'll back the ball up to the 10-yard line to make it a first down and 22 for the Wildcats. Smith with the pitch to Gainer, and he has a good gain as there's another flag on the play as he's up past the East Allegheny 25-yard line. But looks like this one will come back once again. Sean Gainer came as leading receiver for the East Allegheny team. 12 receptions, 254 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
It's a holding call. I call like Jake DeLuca taught me this new term last week. The SIW was blue, and it looks like the Wildcats are struggling with them right now.
Never heard that term before.
Yeah, Jake DeLuca taught me that.
As it is still first down. As we're back up half the distance to the goal at the 5-yard line, only the first down and 27 at the 5-yard line of East Allegheny. Nothing but penalties here in this drive. We have another whistle. It's like Sean Gainer coming off the field for the Wildcats. There's a lot of penalties in this game, as Freeport had a penalty bug last week, but mainly all the penalties have gone against East Allegheny so far. Steve Robbins in that receiver replaced Gainer. He's the motion man. Now Smith gives it to Robbins. He tries to cut back up past 5. He's able to get to about the 10-yard line to Steve Robbins. Brought down on the play by Freeport Zach Clark, who had an interception return for a touchdown last week. A gain of 5 yards, make it a second down and 22 at the 10-yard line of East Allegheny. As this drive started at the East Allegheny 22-yard line, they had a big gain on a reception by Fulmore down in Freeport territory at 28, but that got brought back by a holding call. Smith in the gun, Cahill beside him. Smith now Back to throw. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. I looked like his intended receiver Gainer fell down. He was pressured by multiple Yellowjackets on the play. Really didn't have any opportunity to get that throw off to make it 3rd down and 22. 2:30 remaining here in the opening quarter. East Allegheny goes 4 wide. Smith now tries to throw it. It's incomplete to Robbins. It went off his hands, and East Allegheny will punt from their own end zone. Cahill will do the punting duties for East Allegheny, and Vinnie Clark is back out about the East Allegheny 40-yard line to receive the kick. Now he's backing up to the East Allegheny 45. So now we have another timeout taken. It was an injury. Wasn't sure what happened there. Yeah, injury over on the East Allegheny sideline. Still 4th and 22 for the Wildcats. That's Cahill running from his own end zone. You don't want to high snap here. Almost blocked by Freeport, but Clark's able to get out of East Allegheny 45. So it sets. He goes to his near side of the field. He has the lane. Gets up past the 30. Still on his feet, and he's brought down inside the 25-yard line. Good return there by Vinnie Clark. Freeport has excellent field position with a great chance to put up its first points of the game with 2:12 remaining in the opening quarter. Ball at the East Allegheny 22-yard line. Lane back in at quarterback with Jack. Sidecar to his left. Motion Clark. It looks like East Allegheny jumped. Now we have whistles blown. Yep, offside on East Allegheny. And moved the ball up 5 yards to the 17-yard line, making it 1st down and 5. Lane in the gun once again, same formation. Clark, the motion man. Give it to Jack. He has the holes. He gets the 1st down. And he brought down about the 9-yard line. Bring up a 1st and goal for Freeport. Great acceleration there shown by the running back for Freeport, Shane Jack. Jack, the 5'10" senior. Now Zach Clark in at running back behind Lane. As Lane would pitch it to Clark, makes the man miss. He spins his way to about the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. As if like he was brought up, he was, and he brought down at the line of scrimmage. As a great effort by him. As Freeport, they go trips to the far side of the field. Now Lane throws a swing pass to Stevenson, and he would fall short of the end zone. He gets inside the 5-yard line, though. Bring up a 3rd and goal. Cahill made the tackle for East Allegheny. Bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. 54 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Freeport spreads it out once again. Four receivers. Now Lane, he will keep it himself. He will dive into the end zone. Still Freeport Yellowjackets touchdown. Ben Lane's able to punch it in from 3 yards. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season gives Freeport a 6-0 lead with 38 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. As that was just an option play, too much misdirection as to fool East Allegheny defensive lane. It's able to put it in the Ray Clark on for the extra point. Zach Clark, the holder. Then Majewski to snap it. Good snap, good hold. That kick is up, and that kick is good. 38 seconds remaining. Freeport leads East Allegheny 7-0 here. It's Allegheny 7 conference matchup.
They have work.
Yeah, they did a good job of, as that drive started deep in East Allegheny territory at the East Allegheny 22-yard line, and Freeport made no mistake. Shane Jack had a good run to set up 1st and goal, and Lane was able to capitalize on 3rd down. Have a pretty long 1st quarter here as homecoming ceremony started at the beginning of the game. Elsie Lindsay was crowned homecoming queen, so congratulations to her. Clark will kick off for Freeport. Play Sean Gainer back deep for East Allegheny at his own 5-yard line. Freeport just scored on a Ben Lane 3-yard rushing touchdown. Good kick from Clark, taken by Gainer about his 19-yard line as he runs up the middle, gets up past the 30, and we brought down, that looks like the East Allegheny 32-yard line. Moving up on the play for the Yellowjackets is Colton Alderman, the 5'10 sophomore. 32 seconds remaining. East Allegheny still without a 1st down in this quarter. Smith, the quarterback for the Wildcats. Now, quick pass out to Gainer, but multiple Yellowjackets are there to greet him behind the 30-yard line. Ben Lane, Phil Charlton in on the stop along with Brady Stevenson. We lose a couple of yards on the play. Looks like loss of 3, or loss of 4, excuse me. We bring up a 2nd down and 14. It looks like East Allegheny will let the clock wind, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. Freeport leads 7-0. As we will take a short break here as you're watching WPIAL football on the High Top Sports Network.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
Welcome back here to the High Top Sports Network. Freeport leads East Allegheny 7-0, courtesy of a Ben Lane rushing touchdown, 3 yards. East Allegheny when we resume play, 2nd and 14 at their own 29-yard line. Sweet Carolina is played by the Freeport band. East Allegheny went without a first down in that drive. Smith, the quarterback, in the shotgun for the Wildcats. Smith back to throw. Big rush. Throws over the middle. Was dropped at midfield. Good throw by Smith. Michael Cahill, the intended receiver. That Arman was applying pressure on that play as Smith threw that ball slightly earlier than he wanted to. Bring up a 3rd and 13 at the 29-yard line. Second quarter now just started. Smith's now on the gun with 4 receivers. The straight pass intercepted on play by Coach Harrison, and he will have the easy touchdown. Great read by Coach Harrison as this Freeport defense has been absolutely insane last week, and they carried it over with Coach Halton with the interception return for a touchdown, 13-0. Freeport leads 11:48 remaining in the second quarter. Second interception by Smith. As Sullivan had the first interception, Coach Halton just had that interception return for a touchdown right there. Clark for the extra point. Looked like East Allegheny pointed towards Freeport. Jumped a little bit on that play.
It's hard to tell both teams jumped it. Definitely some premature motion.
Don't call it offsides against East Allegheny. They'll move it up 1 yard to make this extra point a little easier, I suppose, for Vinnie Clark. That kick is up, and that kick is good. The Freeport's defense starts out with a bang here with the Coach Halton interception return for the touchdown to make it 14-0. Yellowjackets over East Allegheny. As East Allegheny still doesn't have that first down. As early on in the first quarter, East Allegheny had a big play reception by Lake Point Fillmore, so it was called back due to a holding penalty. Sean Gaynor back deep for East Allegheny about his own 8-yard line. Vinnie Clark wanted to do the kick. Here's the kick, high, deep kick. Gaynor has to go back, and so let it bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Good kick there by Vinnie Clark. Ball will be now out to the 20-yard line of East Allegheny. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's worth mentioning. Still no first downs for the Wildcats offense, as Smith has 2 interceptions. That last one by Cole Charlton was returned for a touchdown to extend Freeport's lead by 14. Cahill, the running back, beside Smith. Smith now QB draw. Seems to be brought down immediately, as that play did not work. Charlton up in on that play along with Garrett King. Bring up a loss on the play at the 15-yard line. I'll bring it second down and 15. $11:20 left here in the second quarter. East Allegheny struggling on offense right now. Good pass outside to Gaynor. As he's able to get up past the original line of scrimmage, up past the 20-yard line. I'll bring up the bring up third down and 7. For East Allegheny, looking for that first down. Ball at their own 23-yard line. So you go 4 wide. So now, pass is, see what they rule here, in the hands of Gaynor. They say it was incomplete, hit the ground first. So 4th down and 7. Actually, clock's still running. Laughlin play at 4 at the 19-yard line. Cahill on the punt for East Allegheny. Clark back deep. His own 49-yard line. As now head coach for Freeport, John Gaylott, calls a timeout. Again, John Gaylott for Freeport in his 14th season has a record of 77-54. Before Freeport, he coached 1 year of football at Lawrenceville High School in Clarion. He's also a teacher at the elementary school. He's also the head coach of track and field at Freeport High School. So there's a little bit more on head coach John Gaylott. His 14th year as Freeport head coach, the longest tenured coach in the Poughkeepsie Valley. And his defense looks very strong, with 2 interceptions already. 1 interception by Andrew Sullivan on the second play for East Allegheny. And Cole Charlton with an interception return for a touchdown. As Noah's back deep for Freeport, as Cahill gets the punt off, it'll bounce at the East Allegheny 46-yard line, and it'll be down at midfield. And Freeport will take over again. Excellent field position. 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. 10:25 remaining here in the second quarter. Ball at midfield. Last time Freeport was out on offense, Bentley had a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Freeport goes 4 wide. Simonson, the motion man, to give this to Simonson. He gets up past midfield, brought down at the 49-yard line. Doing a 1-yard good hit on the play by Daniel Dorsey, the 5'11", 5'8" junior. Only a gain of 1 yard on the play, second down and 9. Ball is on East Allegheny's side of the field, however. Ken Lane's been quarterback the whole game. Garrett King has also played quarterback. He's lined up at wide receiver, fake to Simonson. Lane keeps it. not much going on that play. We have a flag after the play. It's play on East Allegheny and Freeport were being a little too intense there on the sideline. Robert Washington made the tackle on Ben Lane. So I guess it might come down to who started it. As they call it, unsportsmanlike conduct on East Allegheny. Now it'll be a first down via penalty for Freeport. As East Allegheny, they're just not done well. They've not been helping themselves out with all these penalties so far in this game. The ball's now at the 33-yard line. Jack the side lane, signs to the motion man to give it to Jack. He has the hole up past the 30-yard line, brought down at the 29-yard line, excuse me. He was tackled at the 29-yard line. Camden Cooler made the tackle for East Allegheny, gain of 5, second down and 5. At the 29-yard line of East Allegheny, Freeport looking to extend its lead as Freeport goes 4 wide. Laying the quarterback. Looks to throw. That's complete to Vinny Clark on the play. He will have enough for that first down on a little swing screen. Daniel Dorsey made the tackle. Another Freeport Yellowjacket first down. $8:49 remaining here in the second quarter. Freeport's been dominant on defense, not allowing the first down yet in this game. Offense right now threatening on the edge of the red zone of the East Allegheny 21-yard line. Give it to Jack Gilby, brought down in the backfield on the play. Caleb Mills with excellent read for East Allegheny. There'll be no gain, second down and 10 for Freeport. Freeport got their touchdowns on a Bentley, rushing touchdown on the last offensive possession, and a Cole Charlton interception. Freeport defense with 2 takeaways. Jack next to Lane. Lane now back to throw. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Simonson was the intended receiver. There's going to be a flag on the play. Dorsey was in on coverage. Did he get in there a little too early? Yeah, we go pass interference against East Allegheny. I'll see where they spot the ball. They spot it at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Now Freeport in the red zone at East Allegheny 11-yard line. Clark now the running back next to Lane. Lane now keeps it himself. He cuts back. He keeps the legs turning. We're brought down at about the 6-yard line. Good effort by Lane to get 5 yards on first down.
That was a good read by Lane. Bob, I think was Lee's covered. He chose to keep it and just right move.
Robbins made the stop for the Wildcats. Ball the 6-yard line for Freeport with 7:25 left to go in the second quarter, first half. Clark, once again the running back, next to Lane. Vinny Clark, the motion man, would give this to Zach Clark. Does a hole up the middle, and he'll be in there for the touchdown. But we do have a flag on the play. It'll be a hold against Freeport. As we mentioned, Freeport had a few penalties last week that took away touchdowns. That takes a touchdown off the board.
Last week it was blocking in the back. This week it's holding. I'm sure coach isn't too happy with it, but I have faith in him. I've seen enough to get him to make an adjustment. No limit.
The second down and 15 for Freeport at the East Allegheny 16-yard line. As Lane has thrown a lot of short, quick passes, though they've been effective so far in this game. Let's see what he does here. Lane. The throw. Slant route that is tipped and incomplete. It looked like the ball's up in the air forever. Mackay Manor tipped it for East Allegheny. Bring up a 3rd and 15 for Freeport at the East Allegheny 16-yard line.
Defensive back had the receiver wrapped up a little bit before the ball got there. I'm seeing the refs are going to let me play a little bit now, at least in the secondary.
Close call there for Lane as he already has thrown an interception to Mike Smith on the second play of the game for Freeport. Lane now. Back to throw. Now he rolls out. Looks downfield and throws. Out of bounds. Incomplete. At about the 5-yard line. Another flag on the play. Vinnie Clark, the intended receiver.
Vinnie Clark saw it. Then Lane was in trouble. Tried working back to him. Lane didn't see him. Just a little outside.
Yeah, good job by Lane to use his quickness to not get the sack. Sideline warning against East Allegheny. Be a 4th down and 15 as field goal here will come on. Will be Vinnie Clark. And if my math is right, this will be about a 33-yard field goal. As Clark does have 2 misses, or he had 2 misses last week against Valley. Zach Clark, the holder for Freeport. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and that kick is wide left. So Freeport had a touchdown. Zach Clark, rushing touchdown off the board. As that's big by East Allegheny to hold on that possession, as their offense just hasn't been able to get anything going. As again, no first downs in this game for the Wildcats. Mike Smith has 2 interceptions. 1 interception to Andrew Sullivan, the other one by Cole Charlton, interception returned for a touchdown. Smith, the quarterback, Cahill, sidecar to his right for the Wildcats. Smith now back to throw. Now he'll try to run. He is sacked on the play. Ball came out, but he is ruled down. Colton Otterman came in off the edge to bring down Mike Smith. Lost at 7, 2nd down and 17 for East Allegheny. Ball at the 13-yard line. 17 to go in the second quarter, first half. Freeport's been dominant defensively so far. Smith, the quarterback, waiting for the snap. Now back to throw. That is complete. There's a man open. And good job to get a lot of that cycle. We've got Trey Jeter with the reception. Vinnie Clark on the tackle for Freeport that brings up a 3rd down and medium at the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 4. As Smith now fakes the option, keeps it himself. And he will be about a yard short on the first down. Andrew Sullivan made a tackle. And then on 4th down and 1, so the decision time for East Allegheny head coach Don Pecora. Down 14 at your own 29-yard line. You haven't gone to first down yet. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out here on the field. At the very least, maybe trying to get Freeport to jump off sides for the free first down. But let's see if they run a play. Cahill, the running back. That's exactly what happened. Colton Alderman, the guilty party, jumped off sides. He had that sack on first down. And while it's a first down, it comes via a penalty. East Allegheny, 4:30 remaining here in the first half, picks up its first down of the game. Absolutely. So maybe a little bit of confidence added for the Wildcats. Ball now at their own 34-yard line. Smith back to third down, QB draw. The Freeport not fooled on that play. Andrew Sullivan, there to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage at the 32-yard line. He lost the 2, bring up second down and 12. Andrew Sullivan's been everywhere. He had an excellent setting interception on the second play of the game for East Allegheny. 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. Jackets lead by 14. Low snap. Smith, another QB draw. He's able to break the tackle on the backfield, get up to the 40-yard line, pick up 8 yards. Derek King made the tackle. Third down and 4 for East Allegheny. As timeout called by Freeport, they have 1 remaining here in the half. As East Allegheny on this drive, they got called for a holding penalty. Smith was sacked on the play by Colton Alderman, but they were able to get it. They had a good completion to Fillmore. Then there was a short run, making a 4th down and 1, and East Allegheny was able to get the first down via Freeport jumping off sides. But East Allegheny hasn't converted on 3rd down yet in this game. 3rd and 4, 3:29 remaining in the second quarter. Low snap gets behind Smith. As East Allegheny was able to recover that as they were a complete disaster, there is a flag on the play. As Smith tried to, he didn't try to fall on it, he just tried to pick it up, but that didn't work. But it's a hold against East Allegheny. And Freeport will decline it. They'll bring up a 4th down and long for the Wildcats. See where the ball is spotted. Looks like at the 27-yard line. Loss of 13 on the play. And 4th down and 17. As once again, Freeport doesn't have anyone back deep. As Cahill will punt it. I'll take a long East Allegheny roll with no one back there for Freeport. And it will stop at the Freeport 25-yard line. That's where Freeport will take over with 3:11 remaining in the second quarter.
I'm not sure if Freeport is ready or what.
Yeah, you'd think fourth and long, it'd be a bold move if East Allegheny would try to fake it, but Freeport was ready for it. For sure. Lane quarterback for the Yellowjackets. Jack the running back to his right. Steinson the motion man. We'll give it's to Jack. Up the middle. And he's going to really not get much of anything on the play. Makai Mitchell made the tackle for East Allegheny to go along with Trey Jeter, bring up a second down and 10. Freeport has one timeout remaining with 2:40 left in the first half. Lane, the quarterback for the Yellowjackets, has a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Lane drops back to throw. He just throws it up into the Freeport bench as he's getting pressure from both sides of him. As he was just able to throw it away to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
To avoid the intentional grounding.
Yeah, there was a receiver in the area. They're on third. Actually, we gave him 2 on first down. Bring him a 3rd down and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lane in the gun. 4 receivers. Lane now will just keep himself on a design run. See his multiple East Allegheny Wildcats facing. He's going to get about back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Cahill made the stop for him from the backside as East Allegheny calls a timeout. There'll be no gain on the play, bring up 4th down and 8. East Allegheny calls that timeout with 2:16 remaining in the first half. Each team has one timeout. East Allegheny has been able to only pick up 1 first down in this game. They're working to see if they can put their 2-minute drill to the test once they get this ball back. Parker Lucas now on to punt for Freeport. Back deep to receive for East Allegheny is Trayshawn Gaynor and Mike Smith. High punt by Lucas, taken by Smith at his 35-yard line. He spins away for a man, gets up past the 40, goes up the middle, gets into Freeport territory. Will be brought down at the 34-yard line of Freeport. Good return there by Mike Smith, giving East Allegheny excellent field position. They're going to cut into this 14-0 deficit. Ball at the Freeport 44-yard line. 2:01 remaining in the second quarter.
They got the first down. Now what they want is to get the donut off the board.
Yeah, once again, they only have 1 first down in this game. Now that first down came via penalty. Smith, the quarterback, with 4 receivers. Looks to throw. Throws over the middle. Incomplete on the play. Ben Lane's able to break it up. Trayshawn Gaynor, the intended receiver. Good defense there by Ben Lane. And 2nd down and 10. Yeah, and Smith, he really couldn't have thrown the ball any better, but Lane was just in perfect position to break that pass up. Bring him 2nd and 10. Minute 56 remaining. Ball at Freeport 44-yard line. Smith, the quarterback, drops back, throws over the head of Mackay Manor to get him on a short crossing route, bring up another third down and 10. Now, if Freeport's able to stop them here, they do have one timeout to work with, and they did get the ball to start this game, so East Allegheny will get the ball to start the second half. So big third down here by both teams. Again, East Allegheny with just one first down via penalty. On a 4th and 1, they got Freeport to jump. They're going to pick up the big conversion here. Smith now, he will keep it himself. He'll run up the middle, up past the 40, but he will be short of that first down. Ben Lane was the man to make sure he wouldn't get the first down. Down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play, bring up 4th and 5. And looks like East Allegheny is going to leave the offense out there. Four receivers for the Wildcats. Smith goes back to throw, throws over the middle, incomplete, nobody home. Not sure who the intended receiver was. Gainer was in the area along with Trey Veer, but this Freeport defense, man, has just been outstanding. They've continued their excellent plays. They didn't give up the touchdown that they gave up last week was all the fumble recovery, so they haven't given up a touchdown in now over a game and a half about.
And you can see just by the way the balls are being overthrown. Freeport's pressure is doing its job.
Minute 16 remaining. Freeport has one timeout left. Ball at the 39-yard line. Lay now. He rolls out. Now he throws over the middle of the field. That is intercepted by East Allegheny. That is Mike Smith again. His second interception of the game as Ben Lane pretty much just threw up a jump ball. As East Allegheny is in excellent field position to try to get the first points of the game. Ball. Let's see where the officials spot it. As we have a flag, clipping penalty against East Allegheny. East Allegheny has had a lot of penalties in this game. Waiting to see where they spot the ball here. Mike Smith with his second interception of the game. Not only can he play quarterback, he can play defense as well. For the Wildcats, ball is now back at the East Allegheny 49-yard line. Mackay Manor beside Smith as they go through wide with East Allegheny. Smith drops back to throw. Good rush to be able to step up in the pocket and keep it himself. But in the Freeport territory, Colton Alderman and Garrett King are able to greet him as East Allegheny goes quickly. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball to 46-yard line. Smith now throws it over to the first side field to Gainer. He has the first down a much lower. He trucks a man at about the 20-yard line. That side and saying was able to force him out of bounds. Another four. East Allegheny's second first down of the game. Ball at the 22-yard line of Freeport. He was able to get out of bounds with 37 seconds remaining. East Allegheny does have one timeout left in the half. Looking to cut into his 14-0 deficit. Manor beside Smith. Smith goes back to throw. Throws it complete to Manor, about inside the 20-yard line. As East Allegheny will call its last timeout of the half with 29 seconds remaining. That's really a good completion there, Brandon. Two Gainer on that first down. But now, with no timeouts left, you're going to have to hurry if you're East Allegheny.
Have you ever heard of a commentator's curse?
I have.
Yeah, you say we're getting very close to almost a game and a half where Freeport's defense hasn't allowed a score up on the board, and this is the best shot that East Allegheny's had all day.
Fair enough, yeah. Kind of like one of those things where you're announcing a baseball game, the first rule of no hitters, you don't mention the no hitter. I guess kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, East Allegheny looking to double up Freeport here. They do get the ball to start the second half. But again, no timeouts to work with. So if you're the Wildcats, you want to work the sidelines and hurry up to the ball and spike it if you get tackled in bounds. Really, if you're Freeport, you just want to keep everything in front of you. Don't give up that big play to the end zone. If they want to have that 10-yard gain and really feel fine, give it to them. The clock is running in your favor. Freeport's defense just has been really good so far in this game. 2nd and 8, ball to 20-yard line. Smith, low snap. He just goes and keeps it himself, and he's able to widely step out of bounds at the 17-yard line to pick up 3 yards on the play, make it a 3rd down and 5.
Smart play by Smith. He got the ball. Picked it up. He didn't have any options to sprint it towards the sideline.
24 seconds left now. He said Allegheny threatening inside the red zone, ball at the 16-yard line. 3rd and 4. No 3rd down conversions yet for East Allegheny. Smith looking to throw. He pumps. Now he goes towards the end zone. Incomplete on the play. Wasn't able to get both feet in bounds. Play Sean Gaynor, the intended receiver. We're up 4th down and 5. As East Allegheny will bring on the field goal unit, Matt Arminio will look to attempt the 33-yard field goal, so the equivalent of the NFL extra point. Cahill the holder for East Allegheny. Good snap, good hold. That kick is blocked on the play as Clark recovers it at the 30-yard line. Freeport defense standing tall once again on that blocked field goal. 8 seconds remaining here. Freeport ball in the second quarter. There you go. Now, I've never heard of cursing the curse, but anything such that, you did that for sure. Really hard, missed a 33-yard field goal for Freeport. Matt Arminio missed a 33-yard field goal for East Allegheny. As looks like Ben Lane will just kneel the ball for Freeport. They'll do just that. As we've reached halftime here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium. Freeport, a dominant defensive performance in that first half as they lead East Allegheny in this Class 3A Allegheny 7 conference matchup. Stay tuned, as we'll have coverage of both the East Allegheny and Freeport marching bands here as you are watching WPIAL football on the High Top Sports Network. It's never had one show off. I remember I was running around. I didn't see that. Somebody who like I remember like
I'm saying what is the answer, but what is the question? Who do we love? What do we love? Why do we love? These questions may seem simple, but their answers will vary. You see, our love comes in different shapes and forms, in ebbs and flows. Who we love may come and go, but sometimes, no matter how hard we try, we can't help but falling in love. You know what I love? Let me tell you. I love my friends, I love music, and I especially love Martin Johnson. But above all, I love the melody of World of At the end of the day, this little thing called love can be kind of crazy. We talk about love being lost. At times, love can be difficult. Other times, it can feel like the brain is sitting alone. Sometimes it's not allowed to stay. Even after the love is gone, we know that it's still possible to stay alone. Comes in different shapes and forms. The list of what we love continues to grow and change every day. One can be lost and found again. Love can cause joy, peace, and pain. Why do we choose to love in the first place?
how much the levels on it. Pretty much what they told me to do with mine is turn mine down. You know, like your headset was sounding fine.
It's almost so you see it's yeah. I was kind of doing some text my own radio boxes. So like I'm getting literally from somebody that knows what this stuff. They're like trying to learn what the way and stuff. She's like,
I'm just gonna put that away from my.
Association is proud to present the Freeport area Yellowjacket marching band. The organization comes to LCDG. Student pictures on Silver Mountains, Jenny Water, happy birthday! Tracy Young, John Woodley, National Anthems. Johnny Sherry Ross, Wayne Robinson, Autumn Price, Hunter Bernard, James Howard, Downtown. The band is under the direction of Mr. Chad Pittman, and soliciting along is Pauline McCabe, Mr. Logan Warren, and Ms. Jane Perry.
Three songwriters, Shirley Love, country artists, Dolly Parton, Billy Nelson, and Johnny Cash. This band performing a timeless hit, covered by pop and country music stars alike, and one of Dolly's most famous by far, Joe Lee. Special songs know that he cares. Here is Willie Nelson said, always on my mind.
Our selection is achieved with the original cartoons as a whole person. When it can receive recognition to deserve, it's an overtime decision is like termination. Line dance with us if you like. Ladies and gentlemen, classic hit by Johnny Cash. Say no fire!
Douglas Insurance Services, located in Sarver next to Freeport High School, is an independent insurance agency, which means they've made available some of their best companies for your online quick quotes. Douglas Insurance Services offers personal insurance coverages to their clients in Pennsylvania, including individual annuities, boat and watercraft, auto, condo, and flood insurance. Call them today at 1-800-722-9990. Douglas Insurance Services, a proud sponsor of Freeport Athletics.
Just finishing up a 100% outside renovation project containing store. Don't miss out. Come and see us. Check out our Pennsylvania skill game room. We have the newest machines, the newest games. We have 5 machines. We're about to add a 6th machine. $10,000 jackpots on all 6 machines. Don't miss out on a chance to win. We have the lowest possible prices and the best quality of anybody in the area. We'll take it up against anybody in the area. We put our stamp of approval, hashtag Sable Meat, on every single package, and we're here to serve you every single day. We also have chef prepared, chef quality prepared sushi, everyday fresh, and Sushi Wednesday, $5 sushi rolls, and you can win by liking and sharing our favorite page, Sushi Madness shirt. Don't forget to check out our millions of bakery deli products that we're making fresh every day. Appreciate all the support out there. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
Welcome back to Freeport Area Athletic Stadium. Freeport leads East Allegheny by a score of 14-0, and just really a dominant clinic of defense by Freeport, as the 2 touchdowns for Freeport come via a Ben Lane 3-yard rushing touchdown, and then a Cole Charlton interception return for a touchdown. Freeport has 2 interceptions on the evening, one by Andrew Sullivan and the other one by Charlton. We have some out-of-town scores here in the Allegheny 7 conference standings, as Deer Lakes leads Bowl 6-0. Deer Lakes coming into this game 3-0 in conference. Bowl coming into this game 0-2 in conference. In North Catholic, they're in non-conference play. They're at South Park, leading the section right now 3-0. They lead South Park 41-0. The other game in Conference Valley and Derry wasn't able to find a score for you for that game, but Brandon, what are some of your observations from this first half of play between Freeport and East Allegheny?
Freeport is looking excellent. They have shut out the team. They are, as you said, over a game and a half at this point without allowing an offensive touchdown. And I think if they want the W, they got to continue doing that on defense. Offensively, not looking as great, but I mean, they're moving the ball, they're making adjustments. You can tell each play they're tweaking something.
Yeah, absolutely. And Freeport too, they've had a pretty tough non-conference schedule. They played Avonworth, they lost to them 21-7, one of the top teams in Class 2A, and then they were supposed to play Derry for their first conference game, but that game got canceled due to COVID concerns with Derry. So instead of them, they got Sarah Catholic, who at the time was ranked number 2 in all Class AA. They lost that game 14-3. So you would think with that, with facing all that good competition, that has only helped this Freeport defense in the conference plays. Once again, against Valley, the only touchdown was a fumble recovery late in that game, and so far through one half of play, Freeport's defense is pitching a shutout.
Yeah, that's right. They have a donut up on the board for the Wildcats. The Wildcats, a lot of those SIWs, as the acronym is, I learned last week. You know, the self-inflicted wounds, a lot of penalties, a lot of low snaps, and turnovers, definitely hurting them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that halftime show was brought to you by one of our sponsors here, Douglas Insurance, the official halftime sponsor of Freeport football. Douglas Insurance Services, located in Freeport next to Freeport High School, is an independent insurance agency, which means they have made available some of their best companies for your online quick quotes. Douglas Insurance Services offers personal insurance coverages to their clients in Pennsylvania, including individual annuities, boat and watercraft, auto insurance, condo insurance, and flood insurance. Call them today at 1-800-722-9990. Douglas Insurance Services, a proud sponsor of Freeport Athletics. East Allegheny will receive the opening kickoff here as both teams are warming up, getting ready for the third quarter of action. And I kind of teased this as Freeport came onto the field. Figured a good time to mention it now, but they're wearing those sharp gray jerseys with the gold numbers. That's actually brand new jerseys picked out by Freeport's own Garrett King. And he was able to do it through Make-A-Wish Foundation. He teamed up with Nike. He was able to pick the design. As throughout preseason, as Garrett King is number 8 on the near sideline for Freeport. As one day during preseason camp, all the teammates thought they were doing some team building exercise. I believe they were going to the escape room, but then they were going somewhere else. I believe they went to stage AE, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" And it was there to show Freeport's new jerseys. And another special guest for the Freeport team is Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger was there for the grand revealing of the brand new jerseys for Freeport. So normally when it's wanted to make a wish, like the wish for someone is to do it for themselves, but for Garrett King, who was dealing with cancer last year, he said instead of doing it, thinking about himself, he thought about his whole team and got those brand new gray jerseys. And they say King Strong with a king crown on I believe on the helmets of the jerseys in the shoulders as well. And yeah, Ben Roethlisberger was also there for the team, and I watched the video. It was an excellent video. He had a lot of nice things to say about Garrett King, as although he isn't the quarterback in this game, he did start off the quarterback this season. How it's the quarterback. It's amazing how leader for him, and just a great moment for Freeport football. Will they stick with those jerseys with Garrett King being senior? Who knows? We'll see, but definitely what a nice gesture there by Garrett King for his teammates for the season. Vinnie Clark will kick off for Freeport. Back deep for East Allegheny. Quayshawn Gaynor. Gaynor, the 6', 160-pound senior. Vinnie Clark, the 5'11", 175-pound senior. And Freeport's defense about to take the field only allowed 2 first downs in that whole half. Some of it came one of them came via penalty. It was taken by East Allegheny on the play by Willie Banks, as he was just able to fall on it. It'll be 1st and 10, Wildcats at the 17-yard line. As Mikey Smith will lead the Wildcats offense out onto the field, this Freeport defense has been excellent so far in this game.
Regulated to 10.
As you heard in there, Brand said rain not till 10 o'clock. Now Smith back to throw. He throws it over the middle. That is caught for a first down and much more by Gaynor. He's up past midfield, makes the man miss. Great first down play by East Allegheny by Quayshawn Gaynor. They had 1 first down in all of the first half, but they start the third quarter with a first down on the first play. Trayshawn Gaynor, the leading receiver for this East Allegheny team with 12 receptions, 255 yards, and 3 touchdowns coming into tonight. Smith in the gun. Looks to throw. Big Psyche just kind of flings it over to Makai Manor. And he's going to be brought down near the first down marker. I'll see where the officials spot the ball. Be at the 36-yard line. Be a gain of 8 on the play, 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. As Charlton applied the pressure on the play, good job by Smith to just fling it over to Maynor on the check down. Smith now, he steps up, he's going to be sacked on the play. Nowhere to go. Colton Otterman picking up his 2nd sack of the game. He had 1 sack last week against Valley, and he just adds on to that total. Loss of 6. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the Freeport 42-yard line with 10:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Freeport leads by 14. Smith now, quick throw out to the 40. It's bobbled and caught by Gaynor. He's going to be forced out of bounds on a play by Ben Lane back at the 36-yard line, so not enough for the first down. Bring up a offense down 2 scores. Will keep the offense out there, and that's exactly what they'll do. On 4th down and 2. Play clock now down to 7. Smith, the quarterback, with Maynor to his right. They go tight formation. Whistles blowing. Timeout East Allegheny, their first timeout of the half. They got 2 remaining, though. East Allegheny, though, came out with an excellent play on first down to get down out to this side of the field for Freeport.
Yeah, it was a nice quick pass, and that's what they're going to have to do is get the ball out quickly. A defensive line is getting to the quarterback, and they seem to make the adjustment. Then they went for that QB draw, which just hasn't worked for them all game. So we'll see how they move it going forward.
Yeah, Colton Otterman had that sack on 2nd down. His 2nd sack of the game after that reception by Makai Maynor. Yeah, big 4th down here for East Allegheny with 10:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Freeport looking to come up with a big stop here as this defense have come up big all game long. Smith and Maynor in the backfield. Smith the quarterback, Maynor the running back. They go 4 wide. Quick pass towards the sideline at the 30. That is caught for the first down. Breaking the tackle is Michael Cahill. Is going to be brought down at the Freeport 11. Gain of 25. Needed 2. Got 25 on the play. First down and 10 for East Allegheny. As actually they'll mark them at the 11. For the 12-yard line, excuse me, as East Allegheny has entered the red zone for the 2nd time in this game. First time resulted in a blocked field goal. Smith looks to throw. Big rush coming. So the good offense intercepted on the play. The 3rd interception thrown by Smith. That's Garrett King coming up with the huge turnover. For Freeport, he'll be brought down. That looks like the 34-yard line to Freeport. Defense stands strong once again. Holding their 14-point lead, odds to be at the 33-yard line. Yeah, that pressure once again, Grant, you mentioned earlier, getting to Smith, forcing that bad throw.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That entire drive, they didn't have a penalty or anything, and then they went ahead and made a small error, and it cost them.
Lane back in at quarterback. He has one rushing touchdown in the first half. Now he looks to throw. He throws to the sideline, is dropped by Vinnie Clark. Excellent throw by Ben Lane. There's a flag in the backfield, but Clark just dropped it. Lane really couldn't have put that any better. We'll see what the call is from our referee, Ronald Johns. Personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct against East Allegheny.
There's your penalty.
Yeah, that will give Freeport a free first down, and East Allegheny has just been has been hurting themselves with all these penalties in the first half. Now a big one there after an incomplete pass by Ben Lane moves the ball up to the Freeport 48-yard line. Lane, the quarterback. Shane Jack, the running back. 4 receivers. Quick pass by Lane. That's complete to Garrett King. He puts his head down and plows into East Allegheny territory. Steve Robbins made the tackle for East Allegheny. We gain a 3, make it a 2nd down and 7 for the Yellowjackets. Second and 7, gain 3 yards, ball to 48-yard line. As Lane on that quick pass to King has been throwing a lot of quick passes in this game. Stuyvesant motion man, give this to Stuyvesant. He's able to break out of a tackle, but not get much after that. He'll get a couple of yards. Steve Robbins in on the stop again for East Allegheny. The ball now at the 47-yard line. Make it a 3rd down and 6 for Freeport with 9:02 remaining in the third quarter. Freeport driving after that interception by Garrett King. Freeport goes 4 wide spread offense as they've done all game. As East Allegheny jumps off sides, they'll move the ball up 5 yards instead of 3rd and 6. It'll be a 3rd and 1. As Freeport, on their second drive of the game, they couldn't convert a 3rd down and 1, and they tried a run play on that play. So interesting to see what the call is here. Actually, it's called a 1st down, as that was enough, as it was a short 6. My bad on the play. So it gives them a free 1st down at the 42-yard line of East Allegheny for Ben Lane in at quarterback for Freeport. Fakes it to Stuyvesant, fakes it to Jack, and Lane keeps it himself. Has a good hole, gets up past the 35-yard line. Good gain on 1st down, will be a couple yards short of the 1st down. Gain of 8 as Ben Lane is hobbling off the field right now. The 2nd down and 2 is Garrett King will go in at quarterback, ball at the 34-yard line of East Allegheny. Garrett King started the year at quarterback as they've had some switch-ups as Ben Lane has been the quarterback for the first couple of weeks. He had an interception last time on defense. King now gives it to Jack as he's able to plunge forward to the 31-yard line for that Freeport Yellowjacket 1st down. Robert Washington made the stop for East Allegheny. 31-yard line. Freeport looking to add to its double-digit lead with 7:48 and winding here in the third quarter. Garrett King in at quarterback for the injured Ben Lane. The senior with Stuyvesant in motion. Fakes it, and King will keep it himself. Will put his head down, go up the middle, and pick up a hard-fought 6 yards on the play. Washington in on the tackle again for East Allegheny. Gain of 6, make it 2nd down and 4 for Freeport at the 25-yard line of East Allegheny. So with King moving from receiver to quarterback, Colton Alderman is in at receiver now for Freeport. King gets a snap. He looks to throw. Throws over the middle. That's complete to Colton Alderman. Inside of actually, nope. He dropped it. Looked like a catch on the play, as I call it prematurely, but bring up a 3rd down and 4. As King threw it right on the money. As we have an injured East Allegheny Wildcat on the play. Before this 3rd down, as Ben Lane, after getting 10-2 on the sideline, looks like he doesn't have a limp, as he's able to pretty much walk normally as he heads over to the huddle. We'll see if Coach Gale will sub him in here on this 3rd down play as he's flexing his legs, seeing if he can go. Puts his helmet back on. .6:56 left here. Freeport leads East Allegheny 14-0, driving at the East Allegheny 25-yard line. In this Allegheny 7 matchup, Freeport coming into today 1-0 in conference, East Allegheny 1-2 in conference. Daniel Dorsey able to get up under his own power for East Allegheny. Always good to see there. You'd think this might be 4th down territory for Freeport at the 25-yard line, as Vinnie Clark has missed a 33-yard field goal in this game so far. Ben Lane is back on the field. King, though, still see who takes the snap here. Both King and Lane are, and it is to Lane. Gives it off to Jack, but he's pretty much brought down immediately at the 25-yard line, as he's not going to be anywhere near the 1st down. A 4th down and 4 for Freeport. As looks like they're going to leave the offense out there. Washington made the stop for East Allegheny. As Ben Lane is now the quarterback once again after he was silent for a few plays. Now looks to throw, throws over the middle, that's complete. Full 1st down to Cole Charlton. Great catch in traffic for him. He's able to hang on for dear life. Took a few defenders on a ride with him. Inside the 20-yard line for Freeport. Makai Mitchell made the stop for East Allegheny, but not before a 4th down conversion for Freeport. Ball at the 18-yard line of East Allegheny with 5:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lane the quarterback, Jack the sidecar to his right. They go trips to the far side of the field. Lane now, quick pass to Stuyvesant. He's hit immediately at the 20-yard line. Great stick there by Sean Gaynor. So only 3 yards on the play to make it 2nd down and 13. As, again, Freeport has thrown a lot of those quick little bubble screen, swing screen passes, but East Allegheny wasn't fooled on that play, as they'll actually mark it at the 21-yard line of East Allegheny, but Freeport in no rush here, up by 14 with 5:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Freeport goes trips to the far side of the field once again. Lane looks to throw, throws another swing pass. That is caught. Not getting much yards on the play is Stuyvesant. Will be out at about the 15-yard line. So pretty much able to get to the original line of scrimmage. Will be 3rd down and 9 for the Yellowjackets. Again, Lane, just a lot of short passes in this game, as he was injured during this drive. King had to come in for a few plays, but Lane is back in there at quarterback. Lane now, he rolls to his right. He surveys, he stops, he throws a wobbler, and it's incomplete. Flag on the play. Not sure if that got tipped on the play. Washington applying pressure to Lane. See what the call is here from Ronald Johns. Not sure if that was tipped or not. It'll be a hold against Freeport. And they'll accept the penalty. Ball will now place at the 33-yard line, making it a 3rd down and 25. 4:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. As Freeport's driving off a Garrett King interception after East Allegheny was inside the Freeport 20-yard line. Freeport defense with 3 interceptions so far in this game. Lane now takes the snap. Now he steps up. He'll be sacked on the play at the 34-yard line by Robert Washington, as he's been in the backfield a lot. He was in pressuring Lane on that third down play. We lost of about 2 to make it a 4th and 27. Good opportunity for Freeport to pin East Allegheny in their own territory. Parker Lucas will be on to punt. Play Sean Gaynor back deep to receive at his own 12-yard line for East Allegheny. High snap. Lucas is able to get it off, and it rolls out of bounds. It looks like the 12-yard line of East Allegheny. 4:02 left. Freeport leads 14-0 in this defensive slugfest, if you want to call it that. And this Allegheny 7 conference matchup, Freeport 1-0 in conference, East Allegheny 1-2. East Allegheny has to go a long way, 88 yards, to make this a one-possession game. Smith in at quarterback, Manor, man beside him. We go 4 wide. Smith looks to throw. The ball is tipped and falls incomplete at about the Freeport 1-yard line. As that Freeport pressure, not sure who was able to take it, but that Freeport pressure getting to Smith once again, able to affect that pass. As Freeport has had a good streak on defense without allowing an offensive touchdown dating back to last game, then they only allowed 2 touchdowns to Sarah Catholic 2 weeks ago. East Allegheny goes 4 wide, spread offense. Smith looks to throw, throws over the middle, incomplete. No one in the area, looked like miscommunication. Michael Cahill, the intended receiver. Zach Clark in coverage. Has looked like Cahill ran some type of slant when he wanted some type of route over the middle. Bring up a 3rd down and long for the Wildcats with 3:55 left in the 3rd quarter. East Allegheny goes 4 wide again. Low snap, Smith's able to corral it. Big rush, he's hit and sacked on the play. Andrew Sullivan lowers the boom. As this Freeport defense has been swarming all night long, as we have a Freeport player injured on the play. Ball be down at the 8-yard line. Loss of 5, 4th down and 15. Freeport leads 14-0, 3:43 left. First meeting between these two teams since 2013. These two teams were supposed to play in conference action last year, but the game got postponed due to COVID protocols within the Freeport program. Trying to see who that is. Look like that's Cole Charlton, able to walk off on his own power. Cole Charlton picked up a 4th down conversion reception on Freeport's last drive, and in the first half he had a interception returned for a touchdown on one of 3 Freeport interceptions. 4th and 15 for East Allegheny, ball at their own 8-yard line. Vinnie Clark back deep at his 40-yard line. Cahill will punt in his own end zone for the Wildcats. Good kick. Clark gets it at the 45-yard line. He goes up the middle, gets inside the 35-yard line. Will be brought down at the 36-yard line. Brandon Morrison in on the tackle for East Allegheny, but Freeport, a lot of times in this game, has excellent field position at the East Allegheny 34-yard line with 3:33 remaining. As Ben Lane is out there after he was a little hobbled up on that last drive, but he did return last drive. Garrett King is back at wide receiver, where he's been all game. Go 4 wide. Stevenson, the motion man. The give is to Jack right up the middle. He's able to break a tackle. Get past the 30-yard line. Steve Robb has made the stop. On the play, will bring up 2nd down for Freeport at the 30-yard line. Will be 2nd down and 5. 3:05 left in the third quarter. Freeport taking their sweet old time. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Lane, quarterback for the Freeport offense, gives it to Jack once again. He was brought down pretty much right at the backfield. Mackay Manor made a good tackle at the ankles for East Allegheny. He lost a 1, 3rd down and 6. Ball on the East Allegheny 31-yard line. Now approaching 2:17 remaining in the third quarter. Freeport goes 4 wide. Jack, the running back. Lane now. Quick pass to the near side to Vinnie Clark. He'll be wrestled out of bounds by Daniel Dorsey and Michael Cahill. That'll be nowhere near 1st down. We'll bring up 4th down at the 30-yard line. No gain, 4th down and 6. We have a timeout now taken by Freeport, the first of the half. They have 2 remaining by head coach John Gaylott. Really the same narrative, Brandon, as Freeport's defense has just been excellent. They've added another takeaway by Garrett King in this second half.
The defense is playing unbelievable, and the offense is chewing down the clock. It's everything Freeport wants going in their way right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And East Allegheny had a big play to open up the second half to get in the Freeport territory. A big reception by Sean Gaynor. And then after that, Freeport was able to stop him on an interception. Another thing, too, I've noticed, Freeport's gotten a lot of pressure on Mike Smith, coming up with a few sacks, Colton Otterman has 2 sacks. Andrew Sullivan has a sack. And this defense, they were dominant against Valley last week. They had 6 sacks, and they're on pretty much on their way towards that mark as well. Fourth and 6, the Freeport offense will stay on the field as they go trips to the far side of the field. Lane takes the throw. He looks and he throws deep down the sideline. That's intercepted. Flag on the play. Trayshawn Gaynor with the interception. Helmet did fly off. That is Ben Lane's 3rd interception, as that penalty will go against Freeport. East Allegheny holds after Freeport has excellent field position. 1st and 10 for East Allegheny. 1:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter. As Mikey Smith had 2 interceptions for East Allegheny, Gaynor with that 3rd interception of Ben Lane. But again, it's hard to get anything past this Freeport defense as East Allegheny has the ball at the 16-yard line. Smith, the quarterback, go 4 wide. Smith looks to throw. He pumps. Big rush. He steps up and throws a backwards pass to Manor. He's able to put on a little bit of a juke move there. Good job by Smith to improvise. That will go down as a rushing attempt. Garrett King made the tackle on the play. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 18-yard line. So again, East Allegheny offensive line hasn't had much of an answer of this Freeport defensive front. Smith now in the pistol for the first time today. Now he rolls, big rush, he steps up, so he's able to extend the play through. It's deep down the field, incomplete. Good job again by Smith to avoid the pressure. Michael Cahill, the intended receiver, at about the East Allegheny's own 48-yard line, but it's hard to get off an accurate ball when you're being pressured. Bring up a 3rd and 8 at the 18-yard line of East Allegheny. Now, 1:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter. East Allegheny with no 3rd down conversions so far tonight. As they go 4 wide, they go 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Smith, the quarterback. Gaynor goes in motion. We have a penalty. Delay. It's like delay game against East Allegheny. Back them up 5 more yards, make it a 3rd down and 13. Ball will now be at the East Allegheny 13-yard line. As the officials, they haven't spotted the ball yet, but 18-yard line. Interesting. It's supposed to be at the 13-yard line. Be 3rd and 13. Smith now being rushed again. Is brought down at about the 10-yard line. Haley Lindsay with the tackle. Again, all 3 plays on that drive, Freeport able to get pressure. Bring up a 4th down and long with 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ball at the 18-yard line. No gain. Punting unit comes onto the field again. Cahill from his own end zone. He's done that a few times tonight. Vinnie Clark back deep for Freeport at his own, we'll call it about 44-yard line. Almost blocked, but a good punt there. It bounces at the 31-yard line of Freeport, and it will bounce out of Freeport, or the East Allegheny sideline. Freeport, though, with excellent field position. Once again, ball on the 34-yard line. Freeport wasn't able to do anything with their excellent field positions. They did have it at the 34-yard line. on their last drive, as Ben Lane's going to stay on the sideline here. Garrett King will come in at quarterback once again. Colton Orman in at receiver. Oh, never mind. As they try to make me look bad, as Ben Lane comes on the field last moment, Alderman goes off. Lane in at the quarterback. Lane now gives it to Jack, and he's not going to have really anywhere to go. He'll lose about 2 yards on the play. Makai Mitchell made the tackle along with Kason Bird, and that is the end of the the third quarter. Freeport leads 14-0. We'll take a short break here as you're listening to WPIAL Football on the High Top Sports Network.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
We're back here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium. Freeport leads 14-0 as we start the fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 12 for Freeport. Ball at the East Allegheny 36-yard line. Thank you for listening to us here on the High Top Sports Network. If you want to get your school covered, or if you like what you're watching here, please feel free to hit the donate button to donate to our cause here on the High Top Sports Network. 2nd and 12, Lane in at quarterback. Looks to throw, throws over the middle, incomplete, wide of the mark. 10 receiver. Trying to see who that intended receiver is. Looks like that's Parker Lucas, as he's a little slow to get up. We'll bring up a 3rd and 12. For Freeport. Fourth quarter underway here. As this Freeport defense has just, compared also to the East Allegheny defense, they've played well also, forcing Lane into 3 interceptions. Each quarterback has 3 interceptions, but the Freeport defense has just been a little bit better. 3rd and 12 for the Yellowjackets. Alderman the motion man. As Lane calls a timeout, 2nd timeout of the half, Freeport has 1 remaining. As High Top Sports Network is excited to broadcast Freeport Athletics this fall, if you or someone you know is a local business owner interested in sponsoring High Top Sports Network's coverage of Freeport Athletics now or in the future, please contact us via staff at hightopsportsnetwork.com or by phone at 724-824-3554. You can also find us on www.hightopsportsnetwork.com or on Facebook at High Top Sports or on Twitter at hightop_sports. 3rd and 12 as Freeport, the last drive they had in the third quarter, they started around the same area of 34-yard line. They started this drive at the 34-yard line, but they weren't able to convert, as once again, there's only been 1 offensive touchdown in this game. That was a Ben Lane 3-yard rushing touchdown. Cole Charlton had the other touchdown on an interception. Clark now throws the quick pass to Stuyvesant. That is going to be not full by East Allegheny. Lose a few more yards on the play. Steve Robbins was in on the stop for the Wildcats. Ball marked down at the 42-yard line. The loss of 6, make it a 4th down and 18. As Vinnie Clark will be back to punt for Freeport at his own 45-yard line. Rayshawn Gaynor back at his own 10 for the Wildcats. Clark is able to get off a high, booming kick at the 10-yard line. Gainer's able to receive it. Goes towards his sideline. He just slides down. Ball pops out, but he was down well before the ball came free. But I guess at least if you're Freeport, if you're not able to capitalize on this field position, but you're able to really play the field position game and pin East Allegheny at the 13-yard line. Really, the third consecutive drive that East Allegheny has started at its own, or inside the 20-yard line, and down by 14 points, 10:56 left in the fourth quarter. You don't want to be doing that if you're the Wildcats. But again, at least Freeport's playing the field position game since they can't capitalize on the short field, good field position. Mike Smith, the quarterback, has 3 interceptions tonight. He's thrown 3 interceptions and has recorded 2 interceptions for East Allegheny. Now throws, looks like it's a double pass, incomplete. Cahill was the one that threw that second pass looking for Gainer down the field. Really kind of looked like a wounded duck there of a throw. So East Allegheny tried a shot there on first down, but it backfires, making it a 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. As there was some rain in the forecast, but it's calm, it's held off. That's always a good sign. 2nd and 10 from the 13 for East Allegheny. Smith now hands off to Manor up the middle. He's able to slip through a tackle, get out past the 20-yard line. Be a 3rd down and short. Ball at the 21-yard line, gain of 8, 3rd down and 2. Garrett King made the tackle for Freeport. No 3rd down conversions yet for the East Allegheny Wildcats coming to this matchup 1-2 in conference play in 4th place. Freeport 3rd place in the conference so far at 1-0. Smith now hands it off to Maynor once again. He's going to be short of that first down. Andrew Sullivan and Garrett King in on the stop for Freeport. Looked like they gave him 1 yard on the play. It'll be 4th down and 1. Yeah, they're moving the chains. It looked like from up here, he wasn't even close to the first down. Interesting call. They'll get him the 23-yard line. It looked like he was down at the 21-yard line. Maybe my eyes are just going bad. But yeah, it looked like to me he was short of the first down. But East Allegheny is able to pick up its first 3rd down conversion of the game. Smith now will keep it himself. He'll go up the middle. He's speared down right by the line of scrimmage. Garrett King, we've been calling his name a lot on the defensive side, made the tackle. No gain, 2nd down and 10. 9:23 remaining in the 4th quarter. I was not sure if someone was hurt on play. The clock stopped. As someone was tying a shoe, well, Freeport didn't call the timeout. I think it was East Allegheny that might have called it.
Throw the other red flag. I'm not sure.
Oh, it was an official's timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 23-yard line of East Allegheny. Smith, the quarterback. He tries to throw it towards the 30-yard line, but that's incomplete. We have a flag on a play. Cahill, the intended receiver for East Allegheny, Vinnie Clark in on coverage. It looked like someone hit Smith a little too late. That's what it's going to be. Roughing the passer call on Freeport. Gives the Wildcats a free 1st down. As Freeport has had excellent pressure all all evening long, but that time a little too aggressive there after Smith was able to get the ball out. 15-yard penalty moves the ball out to the 38-yard line of East Allegheny. Smith, the quarterback, low snap, he's able to get it. As that's a fumble, there's a lateral on the play. As Maynard just stopped, and everyone stopped as no whistle was blown, as at least Maynard was able to recover it. Alderman was able to affect that lateral, but disaster on first down as Maynard, who had the ball, everyone just froze and like, what do we do now? But the whistle didn't stop. As that is all the way back at the 17-yard line for a loss of 15 on the play. What do they call here? Rule that they rule that incomplete. As like the ball was still a lateral. As like the officials didn't blow the whistle, but yeah, 2nd and 10. East Allegheny gets a break. Smith now steps up, throws it incomplete. Maynard, the intended receiver, will bring up a 3rd down and 10. Interesting sequence there as it looked like it was going to be 2nd down and 25 instead of 2nd and 10. Now that incompletion makes it 3rd down and 10. For the Wildcats of East Allegheny. Brady Sullivan coming into the game now for the Yellowjackets. Third and 10 at the 32-yard line. Smith back to throw. Big rush, looks for the screen. That's complete to Veer. He has a first down and much more. He gets into Freeport territory, tiptoes out of bounds. Looks like right at about at midfield. Big first down pickup, though, by East Allegheny. Clark forced him out of bounds, but good screen pass there to Jeter. Negative 1st and 10, 8:24 remaining here in regulation in this defensive battle. Maynard goes up the middle, but he's going to get nowhere on the play. As he'll lose a few yards on the play. Making a tackle for Freeport is number 64. Don't have a 64 on the roster. We'll make it a 2nd and 12. Ball at the 47-yard line. Smith now, he pumps. Big rush. Now he steps up. He keeps his footing. Makes it back to about the 46-yard line. So we'll call it the 47-yard line. Lindsay and Autumn in on the tackle. We'll lose 2 more yards on the play, make it 3rd down and 14. And Cole Charlton is on the silence for Freeport now. Smith looks to throw. He pumps, goes over the middle. That is complete. Short of the first down, though. Complete to Gainer. Good catch in traffic, though. Is going to put him about a yard short of the lead sticks. 4th and 1. At the 42-yard line of Freeport for East Allegheny. Big play coming here. For the Wildcats, trailing by 14, 6:40 to go. As Freeport jumps offsides once again. As East Allegheny had a 4th and 1 in the first half. Got Freeport to jump. That worked for them. As East Allegheny picks up its 2nd first down on the drive via penalty. Ball now up to the Freeport 37-yard line. 6:41 remaining in the 4th quarter. East Allegheny on offense. Smith, quarterback Gainer, the man in motion. Smith now drops back. Lead rush once again able to extend the play, throws deep towards the end zone. That is caught on the play by Jeter for the East Allegheny touchdown. Great effort by Mike Smith on the play to extend the play, roll out to his right and throw a dime to Trey Jeter, the 6'4" junior wide receiver, to make this a one-possession game, 14-6. Freeport leads. The 37-yard touchdown.
Just needed that rainfall to come down.
Yeah, the rain's coming down. The kicker now, Matt Arminio, on for the kick. Cahill the holder. High snap, able to get it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:31 left to go. Freeport leads 14-7, though. East Allegheny able to cut this to a one-score deficit on that 37-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Jeter. As again, the Freeport pressure got there, but Smith did a great job to roll out to his right as Jeter just pretty much did the scramble drill and was able to get the touchdown. As the rain now is falling and falling fast. 6:31 left in this game. 14-7. So once again, Cole Charlton, he does not have his jersey on the sideline as his shoulders wrapped up in ice. So it looks like he probably won't return in this game. As I saw in that last drive, Ben Lane was being tended to, but he's out there now looking to receive the kick as Freeport is expecting an onside kick coming from Arminio. Let's see what he does here. He'll kick it deep. It's a squibber. Lane picks it up at about his 17-yard line. He slides down, does a little baseball slide as he gives himself up. Freeport, for the first drive this half, will be in their own territory to start a drive. The ball is at the Freeport 27-yard line. Lane, the quarterback, leads the offense back out as the fans vacate the seating area from all this rain. Big drive for both teams here in this game. East Allegheny has 2 timeouts left. Freeport has 1 timeout remaining. Now a give is to Stuyvesant, but he's going to be brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. East Allegheny way over read that play. Gainer in on the stop. A loss of 6 on the play, maybe a second down and 16. $5:58 remaining as Freeport just might be conservative here and trust their defense. 2nd and 16, you don't want to risk another Ben Lane interception as he has 3 on the game. Jack, sidecar to his right, Stuyvesant in motion. Lane fakes, Stuyvesant will keep it himself, goes up the middle. Gets up to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5 on the play. Washington in on the tackle, make it a 3rd down and 11. 14-7. Freeport leads after that Trey Jeter 37-yard reception from that pass from Mike Smith on East Allegheny's last drive as Freeport's giving up a touchdown, not giving up a touchdown on defense. Streak comes to an end in this game after a little over a game and a half. Stuyvesant the motion man. Given Stuyvesant, he fumbles it, but fortunately for Freeport, he's able to recover his own fumble and avoid complete disaster as with the rain coming down. That ball is slick, but East Allegheny gets exactly what they were looking for, a 3-and-out after making this a one-possession game. Ball at the 22-yard line. Make it a 4th down and 16 for the Yellowjackets. As the clock is still winding, 4:20 left. Play clock resets. Vinnie Clark on the punt. Gainer back at midfield along with Smith for East Allegheny. Big rush, but Clark's able to get off. Deep kick as Smith calls for the fair catch, and he will make it at his own 40-yard line. Good punt there by Vinnie Clark, but East Allegheny now in position to potentially tie this game up in the 4th quarter. 4:03 left in the 4th quarter. East Allegheny with 2 timeouts remaining. Once again, Mike Smith threw a 37-yard touchdown pass to Trey Jeter on East Allegheny's last drive to get the Wildcats on the board. And Freeport once again without one of their defensive players, Cole Charlton. Smith now in the pistol with Maynard behind him. Smith now pitches to Maynard as he cuts up the middle. Fumble on the play. As Freeport's able to recover and go the other way with it. Freeport forces its 4th turnover of the game. Zach Clark with the recovery as Freeport's defense, when it's mattered most so far in this game, has come through. Freeport's 4th takeaway of the game. Not sure who forced it, but yeah, again, that ball is slippery with it raining as East Allegheny coughs it up. Freeport has the ball at the East Allegheny 20-yard line. 3:49 remaining in the 4th quarter. What could have made this a 2-possession game? As Lane is hobbled up again, so Garrett King back in at quarterback for Freeport. Clark the motion man. King now gives to Jack as he puts his head down and gets to only about the 19-yard line. Makai Mitchell made the tackle for the Wildcats. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. But that clock keeps on winding. East Allegheny not using a timeout yet. As East Allegheny has 2 remaining. 3:24 remaining in the 4th quarter. Freeport clinging on to a touchdown lead, looking to improve the 2-0 in conference play. King in at the quarterback. Taking his time here. Play clock down to 7. King now fakes it himself, and he takes it himself, but nowhere to go as that middle is clogged up by the East Allegheny defense of Robert Washington and Casey Burr. We've been calling Washington's name a lot as head coach for East Allegheny, Don Pecora, takes the timeout. His 2nd, he has 1 timeout left here in this game. 3rd down, though, and long for the Yellowjackets. It'll be interesting here, Brandon. 4th and long, if they don't, or 3rd and long, if they don't get much of this on 4th down, do they risk kicking it with it being a wet ball and Vinnie Clark already missing a field goal, or do you try to go for it and put this game away?
With it raining as hard as it is, you got to go for it. I don't think kicking's going to get any easier in rain.
Yeah, Vinnie Clark missed a field goal wide left in the first half. Yeah, it's really coming down right now as a lot of the stands have emptied, as a lot of fans are trying to take cover. It'll be 3rd down at the 22-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Freeport. King in at quarterback with Lane still on the sideline. King now, he rolls, so keeping himself as he went out of bounds. He's nowhere near the 1st down, as did East Allegheny a favor there. Gain of 2 on the play. Be 4th down and 10 for Freeport. 2:56 left here in the fourth quarter, as Vinnie Clark is going to come on and try a field goal. This time 37 yards. He has missed a field goal already. He missed 2 last week, looking for a big field goal here, making a 2-possession lead. Here it is, and that is right down Broadway. And good. Big field goal there by Vinnie Clark. What, Freeport up by 2 possessions, 17-7 with 2:51 remaining, as we do have a flag as the holder, Zach Clark, was on the ground on the play, as both teams getting a little chippy here. As Coach McClure is out in the middle of the field complaining about something. Because I don't know if they're going to get East Allegheny for running into the kicker, and because I saw Clark down. Zach Clark, Vinnie Clark just made that 37-yard field goal. We'll see what the referee, Ronald Johns, decides what the call is. So he goes over to talk to Coach John Gale, and usually that means that it would be against East Allegheny. He's going there to decide if he wants to take the field goal or take the automatic first down and kill more clock. Field goal's good. Yeah, so roughing the kicker against East Allegheny, so Coach Gaylott opts to decline the penalty and take the field goal. And really, honestly, a safe call, because what if you take the first down and all of a sudden a fumble goes and disaster strikes, and you take those 3 points off the board. So yeah, it is really coming down now at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium as Freeport leads 17-7, 2:51 left here in the fourth quarter. So yeah, so it declined, so it didn't even go extending the kickoff. So Clark will kick off from the normal spot at the 40-yard line. Gainer back deep for East Allegheny out of zone 15. As officials looking to get that ball dry, as it's getting wet now, or it's been wet for how much it's been raining. It just came out of nowhere. As you called it would come at around 10 o'clock. East Allegheny with 1 timeout remaining, 2:51 left in this game. Now another whistle as Clark did a little bit of a pooch punt or pooch kick. Not sure why the whistle was blown there, but we'll do it again. .251 once again left in the fourth quarter. Vinnie Clark just hit on that 37-yard field goal to make it a 2-possession game. So East Allegheny with 2:51 left in the fourth quarter needs a touchdown and a field goal to tie it. 2 touchdowns to win it. Gainer back deep for the Wildcats, along with Smith and Cahill. He's run from Clark. It's a pooch kick. A bounce at the 33 taken by Cahill up to go. He gets up past the 40, up past the midfield, makes a man miss. There's one man to beat that. It's Clark. Is able to tackle him at the 24-yard line. Great return by Cahill. And Clark is slow to get up. He showed excellent effort to make the touchdown-saving tackle, but East Allegheny has excellent field position at the 24-yard line of Freeport. Clark, he gave it his all on that touchdown-saving tackle. So that play took 10 seconds off the clock. 2:41 left. Freeport leads by 10. We can pick up the first win over East Allegheny since 2012 when they won that game 36-20 behind 406 rushing yards for Freeport. Just trying to see how Clark is doing. But while we wait, we will take a brief break here as you're watching WPIAL football on the High Top Sports Network.
Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop is the official clother of High Top Sports Network and is a family-owned company that can handle all your custom.
We're back to resume action as East Allegheny has the ball at the 25-yard line of Freeport. Smith in at quarterback, Jeter the motion man. Smith now keeps it himself on the design QB run, gets up past the 20. Tackled there by Gavin Croney, 5'10", 135-pound junior for Freeport. Inside the 20-yard line, East Allegheny goes fast, second down and 3. Smith now low snap, but he's able to get back on the ball as he's had a few bad snaps he's had to deal with. Bring up third down, ball to 20-yard line, loss of 3, third down and 5 for East Allegheny. 1:55 remaining. Now Smith has fumble on the play. Andrew Sullivan with the recovery for Freeport. Freeport's 5th turnover forced, and that should wrap up this ball game. Freeport had 5 turnovers last week. Well, they've forced 5 turnovers this week. Just a dominant performance by the Yellowjackets. Minute 52 left. Freeport leads by 10.
Is it raining harder?
I think it is. 1 first down for Freeport. We're all but wrap this game up. Ball at the 30-yard line as Ben Lane in victory formation. So he takes this. East Allegheny can stop the clock one more time. As looks like they did just that. Oh, no, the clock keeps running. As, yeah, Freeport, I mean, East Allegheny defense, they showed up too, but really the story is just how dominant the Freeport defense played tonight. That's really, you look at the main difference in this game of Cole Charlton, interception return for a touchdown. Play clock now down to 3. Lane takes the knee. We'll make it third down. Freeport will pick up its first victory against East Allegheny since 2012. As now we're inside a minute left. Play clock at 20 seconds. Game clock at 51 seconds. As Ben Lane had a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Cole Charlton had an interception return for a touchdown. Vinnie Clark had a 37-yard field goal. And for the East Allegheny score, Mike Smith had a touchdown to Trey Jeter. But Freeport takes the final knee, and East Allegheny won't use their last timeout. As clock now on the 20. As that's going to be it here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium, as Freeport defeats East Allegheny 17-7, puts on a defensive clinic, forcing 5 turnovers, including 2 important fumble recoveries later on in this game as the rain keeps pouring down. Thank you for staying with us here on the High Top Sports Network. Freeport now improves to 3-3, 2-0 in conference play. East Allegheny drops to 2-5 overall, 1-3 in conference play. And Brandon, I guess I alluded to some of the key turnovers, but what are some of the key plays you noticed in this game?
They were defensive play. I think the biggest play would have to go to Kinglow. The early third quarter interception really swung momentum fully in Freeport's favor, and East Allegheny never really seemed to be able to get it back. They had that one big touchdown, but that's really the whole point of the match, really moved the ball.
Yeah, and on East Allegheny's first possession of the third quarter, they had a big completion on the play two gainer, being Freeport territory. Yeah, and you mentioned that interception by Garrett King really shifted the momentum to Freeport. East Allegheny, they were able to come up with a defensive stop, and they got the ball when they were trailing 14-7 late in the fourth quarter. However, Freeport was able to force a fumble, and Zach Clark had the fumble recovery. That'll do it for us here at Freeport Area Athletic Stadium. That's for Freeport next week. They will travel to Lower Borough to take on the Borough Buccaneers. East Allegheny will be at home as they host Derry. For Brandon Schreckengloss, I'm Adam Morgani. Thank you for watching WPIAL football here on the High Top Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.